There's a popular saying in Indian politics, the road to Delhi goes through Lucknow. And it's always spot on. Lucknow is the capital of Uttar Pradesh. It's the most populous state in the country. So if you win Uttar Pradesh, you win Delhi. Just look at the numbers. India's Lok Sabha has 543 seats. And how many seats does Uttar Pradesh have? 80. That's 14% of the seats from just one state. In 2019, the BJP swept it. They swept UP and they won 62 out of the 80 seats. But this time, the BJP slipped up. They won just 33 seats in the state of Uttar Pradesh, 33 seats, while the opposition India Bloc won 43 seats. And this was a huge setback. Uttar Pradesh has a BJP state government with Yogi Adityanath as the chief minister. It is also home to the Ayodhya Ram Temple. So how did the BJP slip up? Let's focus on the Ram Temple first. The BJP lost the constituency where the temple is located. It is located in the constituency called Faizabad. The BJP lost it to the Samajwadi Party. Now, just to be clear, this was not a vote against the temple. Most voters wanted the temple to be built. But it's the how that mattered. Some 800 houses in the vicinity were demolished. Around 2,200 shops were also removed. Many locals say they were not properly compensated. Some of them also say that the temple has benefited outsiders.
Our ancestors used to pray and serve Lord Ram, and all of us love him. However, there will be no employment for the locals here just by building a temple. Only the outsiders got job opportunities, and they demolished the houses of the people, and several became homeless.
So did the BJP get the sentiment wrong? Yes, the voters wanted the temple, but perhaps they also wanted a lot more, which brings us to the second factor, the economy. Look at the period from 2017 to 2021. That's the first BJP state government. Uttar Pradesh's economic output grew at 1.95%. Compare this to the previous government, it grew at 6.92%, and before that, 7.2%. So the state economy has been sluggish. A third factor is caste. It always plays an important role in UP. The BJP strategy was to ignore it. They banked on consolidating the Hindu vote to use the Modi factor to ride over caste differences. The India Bloc, the opposition bloc, did the opposite. Especially Akhilesh Yadav of the Samajwadi Party. He built a coalition of backward caste groups. Then he hammered home two messages. First, that the India Bloc would do a caste census, and second, that the BJP would end caste reservation. That's what he told the voters. Both messages clearly found takers, maybe more than the opposition expected. Look at the seat of Sitapur. It is located in central Uttar Pradesh. The BJP had won this seat, or has been winning it since 2014. They were considered unbeatable on the seat. So much so that the opposition could not find a candidate to contest. The Samajwadi Party got the seat first. They offered it to a 6-time state lawmaker, but he said no. So the SP offered the seat to the Congress Party. The Congress offered it to a former minister. He too refused. On the third attempt, the opposition finally found a candidate, an obscure leader with no track record. And guess what? He won by almost 90,000 votes. It tells a story, doesn't it? Now we come to the fourth factor, sidelining of the state leadership. Apparently, a central committee decided on the tickets. They dropped many sitting MPs in UP, and some of them were not even told personally. They got to know from the candidate list. Clearly not a good strategy. In states like UP, local leadership matters. Some politicians have strangleholds over certain voters and regions. If you antagonize them, it can backfire. Which brings us to the final factor, distress among young voters. Most of them opposed the BJP's Agnipath scheme. They also had issues with the constant paper leaks. It's a major problem there. Millions of candidates often fight for a few dozen government jobs. It's seen as a ticket to welfare. But when question papers leak, the whole exam goes for a toss. It's either cancelled or postponed. So these 5 factors may have contributed to the BJP's setback in UP. They did have some positives in the state. For example, law and order has certainly improved. But voters prioritized the economy more this time. And here's the problem. Things could get even worse for the BJP. This time they had a handy vote cutter in most seats. That's the BSP, or the Bahujan Samaj Party. They did not join either of the alliances, and that actually helped the BJP. There are 16 seats where the BSP could have defeated the BJP. How? By joining the India Bloc. Take the example of Aligarh. The BJP won the seat by 15,000 votes, but the BSP got more than 123,000 votes there, 123,000 votes. So what if the BSP had joined the India Bloc? The BJP would have lost. There are 16 seats like this in the state of Uttar Pradesh. What if the BJP had lost them all? Then their tally would have come down to 224. So the voters, to 24, the voters of Uttar Pradesh have sent a clear message to the party. You need to step up your game. The state BJP unit held a review meeting today, and they have time to take stock and prepare. Because UP's assembly elections are slated for 2027, it should make for a very exciting contest.
Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global south. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.